From the students of the Department of Meteorology and Atmospheric Science, here is your Penn State Campus Weather Service forecast.
Good morning, State College. I'm student meteorologist Matthew Carlson, here with your lovely Tuesday forecast. A little bit more casual of a forecast as of today. I don't have my suit, I don't have my pocket square, I don't have my bow tie, none of that type of action today. Just me as a normal student here at Penn State, bringing you the weather to this YouTube account and to your house. Right now, looking out State College, University Park golf courses, you can see temperatures about 14 degrees. The feel like is -3, absolutely nippy. I detest it. Nonetheless, dew point at -4 degrees. Visibility is picture perfect clear, 10 miles. With winds from the west-northwest about 18 miles an hour, gusts are well into the 20s. Absolutely horrendous conditions to try to walk through, but I'd like to talk about how Punxsutawney Phil, the prognosticator of prognosticators, seems to be accurate as of right now. He, of course, predicted 6 more weeks of winter after seeing his shadow on Gobbler's Knob. And of course, conditions we've seen yesterday and conditions we're continuing to see today and into next week absolutely agree with this decision. And I really wanted to highlight this morning, this is Westfield and Tioga County up north. Some of that snow that we saw yesterday, relatively in the morning, and some of it has continued into today, this morning. 5 a.m. here in Tioga County, 18 degrees, clear conditions, but watch this blowing snow really whip across the camera. As you can see, coming sunrise, the snow particles are kind of more difficult to see. Nonetheless, a lot of blowing snow for a significant portion of the state as of yesterday. Up north throughout the day today, we're seeing just clouds marching their way on through. Much of the state is seeing similar conditions with mostly sunny skies, which have been really, really nice to melt some of that ice that a lot of Pennsylvanians have been seeing, especially here in State College. I've slipped down my apartment patio, if you will. We have about 1.5 inches of ice, and I know for a lot of you out there, it's relatively similar. The sunshine absolutely helps, but the cold temperatures don't necessarily. Up in Tioga County currently is 23 degrees with nice sunny skies and those rows of marching cumulus clouds. But the big weather story as of right now for much of the country is the frigid temperatures. Some records are being set. Currently, we're seeing -28 2-meter temperature up in Bismarck, -13 in International Falls. And you can see this cool Canadian crisp air sagging deep really into the southern plains. I mean, Tulsa, Oklahoma, you're looking at 18 degrees now. Abilene, Texas, 30 degrees below freezing. I think I heard today that 3 out of every 4 or 2 out of every 3 Americans are going to be below freezing for a good part of today and continuing tomorrow. Here up in the Northeast, we're seeing about 15 degrees in Buffalo, 23 degrees in Boston, and looking more narrow towards just PA. I want to talk about the high temperature departure from average. So here in State College, it's 14 degrees right now. From average, that's 24 degrees below what we're used to seeing this time of year. Franklin County, you're seeing -26. Johnstown, you're seeing -29 degrees compared to what we usually do see here in mid to late February. So really, really, really crisp conditions, really nippy, not comfortably walking around in. And if you're out for extended periods of time, be careful for things like frostbite and hypothermia. Make sure you stay bundled up whenever traveling. Continuing to the rest of the Northeast, including some of the Midwest, you can see Omaha currently -6 degrees. That's 44 degrees below average. This story is really much of the entire U.S. is experiencing this bitterly cold Canadian air. In addition, you can see even down in Oklahoma, Missouri, Kansas, that region, about 18 to 20 degrees below average for a lot of those Americans. Really, really uncomfortable and really, well, bizarre. A lot of that cold Canadian air coming down, but bringing it again back home to the radar and satellite imagery that we're currently seeing. We're seeing some bands of clouds move across the state. Up north, a couple sprinkles of flurries here and there, but not really affecting too many people across the Commonwealth. And looking back into that easternly U.S. view, we can see that winter storm starting to brew up in the lower Midwest and narrowly pushing its way towards the East Coast, where a lot of residents in Tennessee, Kentucky, Virginia, North Carolina are looking to be affected with decent snow, a lot of rain, and really dangerous, some wintry mix with icy conditions that is going to make for pretty terrible driving conditions, especially in the Raleigh area. But of course, that snow will come by. Previously, it was predicted that Pennsylvania was going to see some snow. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending how you love or hate snow, that snow does not seem to be making its way up north. The low pressure is actually tending to be a little bit further south, not giving us that much needed flow, moisture, and lift that would come along with wintry precipitation in our neck of the woods. And continuing into future weather now, we're seeing cloud cover for this afternoon across much of the state, with conditions becoming relatively clear for your evening commute. Leading into tomorrow morning, we are seeing cloud cover yet again, similar idea to what today was, a little bit warmer-ish than this morning, not too much, still pretty crispy and uncomfortable out there, 11 degrees in State College. Continuing on to the evening commute, we're seeing skies tend to clear up down in the southeast near Philly and Harrisburg, but some spotty cloud cover with some partly sunny skies again for the rest of the Commonwealth. Continuing overnight, little bit of snow starts to come into the Erie, Bradford, Johnstown, and the lower Pennsylvania region. A lot of the higher elevations are going to be affected, and boy, I wish I could be playing golf today. Unfortunately, significantly too cold, but this time of year, actually, I was looking back at my camera roll, and the Penn State golf course was opened. Unfortunately, not the story right now for much of Pennsylvania, but I can still romanticize and look into the future of what I'd much rather be doing. 11 a.m., we're seeing about 14 degrees. That's about as of the time I'm filming this video. 2 p.m., we're looking high temperatures up near 19 degrees for State College. Partly sunny skies, and that's resembled here. And 5 p.m. for your evening commute, we're seeing mostly sunny skies, temperatures around 17 degrees, some pretty decent driving conditions. And looking into tonight, we're seeing temperatures around 8 degrees. It's partly starry out. You'll be able to see a couple stars as clouds march their way through. Winds are west 10 to 15 miles per hour. And looking into tomorrow, we're seeing 23 degrees. Conditions tend to become cool, calm, and collected to compare to what they were today and yesterday. Winds, yet again, calmer than what they have been yesterday and today, about 5 to 10 miles per hour. I'm looking into your 7-day forecast. Of course, Thon weekend's coming up, so we got the little Thon background going. But as of right now, it's pretty brick outside. Wednesday is looking to be cool, calm, and collected. Thursday, we are seeing a chance of spots of snow, especially for those in higher elevations. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, conditions remain relatively the same. Of course, nothing too special, but for the kids, I love those conditions. And starting off next week, we're getting the State College special, exactly what you see today. A little bit of sun, a lot of bit of clouds. Temperatures tend to warm up a little bit, but still a little too cold for those golf courses to open up. Nonetheless, I'm student meteorologist Matthew Carlson here with your Tuesday forecast. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.